Welcome everyone. In the last session, we discovered that Charlotte might know a bit more than we all initially thought. And we find out that Boss has a part to play in all of this.
Uh,
Am I missing anything? No, okay.
we also cleared a dungeon
Oh
of a
yes,
Medusa.
they cleared the dungeon and secured the rewards that will be delivered to them when they return to the main city of Lundrak. For now though, they are all quietly resting through the night. The morning comes, and with it, you all descend the stairs. Jezebel is sleeping in, but the rest of
Okay.
you are eating breakfast. What would you like to do?
Eh, Entirely sure. Just eating breakfast for now.
Yeah.
Alright, you eat breakfast. What would you like to do now?
Eh, I would like to suggest going back to Lundrak in order to get our pay before we do
Before
any.
or after we wake Jezebel?
Yeah, we need to wake up Jezebel eventually.
As, did anyone make sure she didn't just sneak out on her own in the middle of the night?
Sleeping.
Because the way with the way she was talking yesterday,
True.
I'll go
Well,
check on her.
if she decided to strike out on her own, then I wish her luck.
I'll go check on her.
So, you knock on her door. No answer.
Door open.
I mean, you can certainly open it, yeah.
I mean, she has told me to always lock my door in any inn, so it's probably locked.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately for you, it is open. And there is a note on the bed. The note
The note.
reads fairly simply that Jezebel has gone to Dearest Cicada, as I'm sure you'll be the first to find this note, I am going to go out early and look for the Thieves Guild. I'll meet up with all of you later. Feel free to head on out onto the road, I'll catch up.
Yeah, back downstairs and relay this information.
Well, I guess that's better than abandonment or sleepwalking.
damn it! I knew she'd do something like this.
The message says that she'll catch up.
Faith.
Does
Are you gonna
does she
trust? Are you
does
gonna
she know
trust
where
into her
we're?
word?
She's a rogue. She'll figure it out. If we announce our intentions loudly enough inside the inn, I'm pretty sure she can ask someone where we went.
Oh, she's looking for the Thieves Guild. I'm sure they've got eyes and ears everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I say we should also go to Lundruk. The Archdruid gave me something to give to Oriana.
Yes, it's the letter that will be exchanged for your payment. Well, what would you all like to do now?
Guess we can head out.
Alright.
I'm going to quickly check around town and ask for see if there's any like metals being sold.
Any medals?
Yeah, like just if there's a mining area, if not, if it's just by the forest. Normally, some forests have some kind of mines.
Hmm. There is a small smithy, but he's not really. He mostly just has iron, and he informs you that if you wanted to mine, you'd probably want to head to Vith Vithis Meadows, as that's where people tend to go look for rare metals. Or if you're feeling really daring, you could head to the Keshet Ruins.
Mm. Do you have any spare iron I can use? I'll trade you in gold.
Hmm. How much iron are you looking for exactly?
Enough to make a breastplate.
Breastplate, eh? You're gonna need a lot of iron for that. Let me do some quick calculations. Take breastplate, you said?
That's right.
Hmm. I could probably do it for about 350.
350.
Eh?
Thank you for the offer.
He nods.
And Charlo just head on her way.
Sorry, but even taking off 50 gold for the not being crafted into it, the metals would still, the cost of the items would still be pretty high.
It's okay. I'm still pretty broke.
Anywho, you head back to the others, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Alright. Do you guys just start preparing to head out?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
By the way, Charlotte, I picked up some dispel magic, so in case you ever want to talk about other things, let me know if the sensor's there and I can get rid of it.
Alright, so it's going to be a 12-day journey.
Oh, which means before we enter town, it's gonna be the end of the month.
And fun things may or may not happen.
Well,
So
what would you
on
guys like to
the
do?
on the
I
10th
get,
day is when the black sun would normally come, or
I
rather,
guess
the 8th day.
I guess that and that this will be our chance to see if Atropos is telling the truth or not.
Have faith.
No.
Hmm.
He wasn't. It, it's hard to. It's hard. It's hard to do that considering Atropos wasn't exactly an open book.
Guess we'll see.
So, do you all get your gear together and head on out?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Mhm.
You begin to head on your path down the road, making camp every night. Passing the days quietly with travel, the horses occasionally doing little odd quirky things like the horses they are.
Yeah, I am taking care of the horses.
You make it to about here in 10 days. Do you do anything special for the Black Sun?
I will change out an item, but that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I have my sword out and ignited at all times.
Okay.
Tato is going to sit still and wait.
The night passes by quietly and without much event. And the morning comes. The sun gently rises over the horizon. And a new day dawns.
And you thought he was lying.
Well, shit.
It's really gone.
Told you.
Clara, by the way, Clara's going to make attempts at the cube. How many rolls do you want?
I'm sorry, I zoned out at the first bit. Could you repeat that?
Cube.
Clara's going to make attempts at the box.
Right, okay. So there's
Missed
12
it a lot.
days, so you get 12 rolls. No dice.
And
Darn this box!
I wonder if the nuts
Carl-
though would work on that thing.
Chara looks over to the box in question. Would she see Flora doing it?
Sure. In fact, you see Clara get very close at one point. The box almost seems to shudder and jolt as Flora presses one button and then another, and you see it open slightly. And in Clara's excitement, she goes to open it, and then it just abruptly slaps shut, and all the mechanisms reset.
Can I look at that, Flora? What is the kind of box is that?
It was from we got it from Mercy's store. Apparently, Mercy got it at some point in time, and he hasn't opened it yet.
I'm expecting. I'm fully expecting it to be full of just like those like toy spring things that just like spring out when you open and nothing else.
This does something to pass the time. Do you mind if I give it a try?
Sure.
Do I know if it's a mechanical box?
It's both magical and mechanical. And
Okay.
Laura's already rolled for most of the days. I will allow you one roll, but otherwise you'll have to wait.
Okay. Can I use Tinker's tools on it?
You can try.
Good.
We're gonna be a D100, I think.
Oh, I
Eh.
thought.
Yeah, it's a D100.
Don't worry. I did say they could try it with them. Yeah, no dice. It doesn't open.
Carla just sighs and just hands it back. Alrighty.
Eh,
That's all I'm doing.
throw it over. I'll give it a try.
If you want to spend another day trying to open the box, it's going to make it take 13 days to get to Lundrak. Is that okay?
No, well, never mind then.
Like I said, I was only allowing the one roll extra because Charlotte does have Tinker's tools.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
Okay.
you all make it to the city of Lundrak. And immediately, you all see a poster a poster with a familiar face put on it.
Is it a wanted poster?
It is Elnath. Currently in a cage, but not in a jail cell. It's one of those dunking platforms. And underneath it says, "Witness the buffoon wizard at the fair this Friday night."
Oh no, not this again.
I just
What-
pretend it's not there and keep walking.
What has he gotten himself into this time?
No, I can't see our tokens anywhere. Eh.
That's because I haven't put them on the map yet.
Oh.
I was setting the scene. But yeah,
Okay.
you come into the city from up in the top left. And the poster you saw, Isabel's not there, but I'll put that token there for now. And that should be everyone. The poster you saw was on this little path here.
This is the second time this has happened. Elnate. Well, third now, if you count the first time we met.
After I'm d- after or we've after we've done we're done with our after we finished our business is with Oriana, we're looking for him.
Yep. To the Cartographers Guild.
Alright. So, you head over to the Cartographers Guild, as you do. And,
Hello.
Oriana meets with you as... What would I put her icon or token? Oriana. Maybe it's in the shared stuff.
It should be in the shared stuff.
Fractures, Lundrak. Here we are. You are escorted into the office with Oriana, and she gives you a brief nod and she says, "Welcome back. I trust the expedition went well."
Yep.
Yes, your sister's gone missing though.
She does that. It's probably just she didn't want to meet her father again.
She said-
Character, does Oriana know that she's told us that they are siblings?
Nah.
Okay.
But she kind of got the impression when you mentioned that she vanished.
She
Yeah.
said she said you had to rendezvous. She said she went to rendezvous with the Thieves Guild, but now that you brought up Alex, I have to wonder about an ulterior motive.
Well, I trust you have a missive to confirm that you have indeed completed the missions.
Yeah,
Right.
the Archdruid gave it to me before we left.
You hand it over?
Yes.
She takes it, opens the letter, reads through it, waves a hand and does a bit of magic, and then folds it up and then smiles and says, "Alright, let me go get your payment." She rises and briefly leaves the room and then returns with 600 gold and places it on the table. This is all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna divide it amongst everybody. So everybody gets 100 gold pieces.
Set a hundred aside for Jezebel when she finally shows up.
Will do.
Well, if that's all, I must get back to work.
Okay. Thank you.
He bows and then sits back down and gets back to work. Oh, you should go see your friend at the small fair. He's
we
making
have to?
quite. He's making quite a name for himself.
Do we have to?
What did he do?
Well, he sits in a tank and you throw apples at this target, and if you hit the target right on the bullseye, he falls into the water.
Well,
That-
what did he do to
land himself
deserve
in that
that?
position?
Oh, you mean what did he do to get the community service? Well,
Yeah,
Yes.
that.
Wait, what?
Yes, he had a little run-in with some noble who didn't take a liking to him, and well, they got into an argument, and well, now he has a couple days of community service.
Well, now I definitely need to talk to him.
You can relax. His community service ended just today.
What exactly does this argument entail?
I believe they were arguing about. Oh, I really don't know, honestly. I just heard that they
Should-
were arguing.
We should talk to him about it.
Before he gets
An argument? No. Yeah. Did this argument involve fists?
I don't know. I wasn't there. While we may be very prestigious, we are not law enforcement.
Okay. Let's go save Ellie again.
So, you all head to the merchant district and follow the signs and directions, eventually ending up at a small little fairground where various games are being played. And you indeed find Elnate sitting on a seat above some water with a very annoyed expression as he glares at a child trying to dunk him.
I'm going to try and, as unobtrusively as possible, I'm going to get in line to dunk him.
You get in line. It's 5 silver to dunk,
Done.
but yeah, you get in
That is
line.
literally all my remaining silver.
It soon comes to your turn. You are given 5 apples.
So and then I
for
look at
reference,
Alonso and like just like I pick up an apple. I'll just like toss it up and down in my hand. So what are you in for?
Glora, you can just wait a few minutes. Gorax isn't gonna talk forever. Alright, you can do that. It's 5 silver. You're behind Corax. And Elnath will look at you and then say, He made fun of my favorite novel.
That's it.
I told him his taste was trash, and then he called the guards on
Throws
me.
apple. Throws apple.
Alright, that'll be a 1d20, and actually
kind of
just make a strength throw.
Strength, not dexterity.
Nope, because you're trying to hit the target with force.
All right.
Oh,
You throw it, but it bounces off.
What was
Ouch.
this novel?
Oh, it's he fumbles over his words a bit. I mean, you all you were probably not very interested in it. It's it's a very obscure novel. Not very popular. Admittedly, I did use some very colorful language.
What? No one would put you in prison over a literary disagreement. What did this discussion turn violent, Elnath?
No.
throws apple.
Okay.
Eh,
Once more it bounces off. I'm telling you, it didn't. I just told him that his novel was trash. That his novel choice was trash, and that, well, I may have claimed that his
raised.
mother was a walrus.
And throws apple.
there we go.
With a slight yelp, El Nath is dunked in the water. The crowd cheers.
Yay!
He very slowly climbs back onto the seat, wipes himself off, and glares at Korax.
And that's what happens when you get personal.
You still have 2 more apples. Are you going to throw them too?
Oh, I'm gonna continue the conversation. So, you said his literary taste was trash. What is his literary taste that you were insulting?
He claimed that 50 Shades of Dragons was a best-selling masterpiece.
I mean, it is a bestseller, although not for the right reasons.
That piece of trash?
Exactly!
Oh my.
I mean, if he's going to like that, he might as well like that other series called Dawn or something. Sunlight, was it?
Oh, Twilight reference, okay. Ugh.
And oh yeah, like I get the feeling Neku wants to know something.
I just want to see if he actually got violent.
Oh, yeah, no, El Nath is telling the truth. He didn't get violent. He just got very wordy.
Oh.
He may
It
have.
was very verbal.
Well, Elnath, while I do not disagree with your opinion on that particular novel, it's not okay to. It really isn't okay to yuck someone else's yum and throws apple.
El Nath just gives a huff and then says, "What's that noble going to do anyway?"
Well, give you community service, obviously.
Well, yes, but I mean, what else is he gonna do? It's not like he can kill me for it. The right family
You
are all
would not I'm beginning to see why you don't live in the Dominion any longer.
The right family are all hoity-toity pricks.
Eh,
Okay, I know Elnath is supposed to be a guy, Rudy, but that tone of voice there, that voice and that tone of voice, I'm sorry, I will never not associate that with him now.
I can't exactly. I can't do voices. You know that.
Yeah.
They may not be able to kill you, but it certainly looks to me like they're trying to drown you.
Like, Korak shrugs and just starts eating the last apple. Oh, your turn, Clara.
I swear, when I get out of here, I am going to go to their estate, and I am going to write a very choicely worded letter.
You want to end up like this again?
Well, no.
Cicada just shakes
I
her
recommend you call you say the miller's a hamster instead.
head. Cicada just shakes her head in disappointment.
I mean, I can't believe anyone would.
Why do you have
Good
-1
taste, but like
plus
that.
1?
That's because of Jack of all trades.
Ah, I see.
It's just regular. No modifiers.
Though I do apologize, this was too tempting. I had to try. Nothing personal.
He just glares at you.
If it makes you feel any better, I can play you a song later. Besides, my aim is trash. I'm probably not gonna knock you down anyway.
You managed to knock him down with the last apple.
There we go.
He climbs back
Perfect.
onto the seat and then he says, "When I get out of here, you're gonna be the first one I write the letter to. And it will be a massive burn, as the children are saying these days."
Clara steps to the side and she's like,
How old are you again?
I don't want to answer that.
Darla steps up to the plate whenever it's her turn.
Alright, it's 5 silver to play, and Korax, I believe he was 100 or 200 years, something, 150 maybe, was it?
I think it was
yeah.
implied
Yeah.
earlier that he is younger.
Okay, hey, Mr. Wright, I am older than you, and I know for a fact that you said that wrong. That he keeps eating the apple. I mean, not Mr. Wright, Elnath.
What would you know?
So
Because I've been spending a month around them now.
He just folds
So
his
I-
arms and sulks. Go on, Sealer.
I kinda want to make off the top with my magic if I can. Make a small little apple launcher.
I'll allow it. You have advantage.
Oh boy.
So while Charlotte's doing those rolls, I apparently missed why Korax was defending me.
Because he's bored and he doesn't have anything else to do.
This thing's not really good. Dang it, I'm also using strength for this.
I mean, given that you invented a cannon,
Buddy.
basically, shouldn't it be intelligence?
You knock him into the water so hard that Elnath actually hits his head, and as he sits back
Ooh.
down, he now has a red mark on his forehead.
Oh, the thing works pretty good. It's needed a few kinks.
Oh, we picked up an artificer, by the way.
Yeah. It's too bad Jezebel had to run off. If she would have enjoyed this.
Not a book was you want to read it.
I already told you the book he liked.
No, I asked the book you liked.
You wouldn't know of it.
Fire's apple.
He is dunked again.
Surprise us.
that's
He
quite
climbs.
an accurate launcher.
He climbs back up and then says, "You'll dunk me even if I answer anyway."
Oh, that's true, but don't you want to share your favorite book with the world?
Not when I'm being drowned.
Now
I'll
you
tell you
can
what.
swim, right?
If you drown, this might be the last chance you ever get.
I won't fire the apple at the target if you tell me with the book.
Hold on, let me get Elma's stat sheet up. He's going to roll insight on that. Let me
mean,
see.
Or would know.
It's fairly obvious that we're all just fucking with him at this point.
Even still, he will roll insight on this. Let's see. He doesn't have any, so that will be intelligence.
It's
20.
oh. Okay. Well, I cannot beat that regardless.
You're a dirty, lying bunny.
Well, I'm not actually lying though. That's the thing. I wasn't gonna fire at the target.
But you rolled But you rolled deception.
Because there's a hidden meaning behind the words.
Well, he rolled a 20 on his insight, so you gotta tell me what he.
Oh, I was gonna fire the apple at him.
Insight is wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. I'm sorry. Let me double check. Wisdom is +1, so that would make it 18.
Okay.
Well, what does his insight discern?
Charlotte was gonna aim at him instead.
Oh. No!
Elnath just glares in response. Jezebel, you finally caught up to everyone. And you found that Elnath
Elnath in a dunk tank.
Elnath is serving community service for bad-mouthing a noble over his choice of enjoying a novel called 50 Shades of Dragons. And,
So now he's serving time in a dunk tank.
yep, at the fair. And, yeah, you may roll your last, two balls if you want.
It's 5 silver to do 5 silver to do dunking.
Yes.
You may want to type in roll 20 for everyone's benefit, or
I'm pretty sure they're still getting into the game.
Okay.
You dunk him
ah,
again, CeeLo, and he begrudgingly slides back out, and then he just mumbles, "You know, if this happens one more time, I might just stay in the bloody water."
that's quite an impressive little device you made.
It takes a
Can it
little
fire
bit of
bigger
effort, but
things?
I can fire your guitar if you want me to.
Under choice circumstances, maybe.
But if Elnath were to look at Cicadas, he is genuinely interested in what kind of book he is talking about. Not the one the noble likes, but what Elnath was liking.
He would look to her, and after the final dunking from Charlotte, he would sigh and then say, "I'll tell you later once these people stop dunking me in water."
Now, Elnath, you have to serve your time. And Korax, can Korax use Mage Hand to sort of just prod him up back onto the chair?
He's already
Don't
getting
think-
back onto the chair. Actually, he's just very, very annoyed that you guys happen to come back on the very last day that he's serving his time.
In that case, I shall use Mage Hand to pat him on the shoulder. And and then I just keep eating my apple. Oh, like apple eating sound effect. Oh, hey, Jezebel. You want to go?
I don't think Jezebel's back yet. I think she's still getting into the game.
Yeah, but like she is present, is she not?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
I was explaining the situation for her so she knew what she was getting into when she got ready to.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Okay, backspace. You want to go, Rio?
Oh,
Korax is just eating his last apple. He's not going to throw it.
Thank you.
can I steal some apples?
Oh, dang it.
That would be sleight of hand.
I have unlimited apples. You can just ask me.
We do have unlimited apples. I forgot about that. Yeah, apparently her.
Know that.
That is a 27.
You managed to steal some apples.
Okay.
Ha-
Can I set my device into rapid fire mode?
The man pauses and says, "Hey, you got your 5 turns. You gotta let the rest of the crowd have a turn."
Very well, very well, very well.
You can see that the line is already reformed behind you guys.
And like, Korax like just finishes off his apple, and then he's just gonna like toss the core at the target, because technically he still has his one and last go.
Sure.
I don't think
Nah, alright
Jezebel
then.
can hear us.
No,
Okay,
I think
right.
she can hear us. She should be able
But
to
she's
hear
mute.
us.
So
She has
She's-
a phone.
She can hear us, she just can't speak.
oh,
Anyway, you may join the group when you're ready, Giselle. CeeLo?
I'm just gonna start eating the apples.
Okay.
Just,
Free
playing
apples.
song just cuz.
So, what do you guys do now? Oh, there we go. Jezebel finally catches up to you. And Elnath, of course, says, "No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No."
You totally
It's-
can.
This is his community service, Jezebel.
Community, my buttocks.
It is your civil duty to participate. Like, you just see a glint in Korax's eye.
He's just fuming. So,
my civil
I
duty
believe
apple,
you can buy
please.
5 of them over there. And
You-
she just points at the vendor.
it's 5 silver for 5 throws, and they provide the apples for you. And, yeah. I should also mention, CeeLo, that the apples you got are very bruised. You get the impression that they reuse the apples after they've been thrown.
Ah, yeah.
No.
Charlotte just tosses that at Elnath.
No. No, you gotta use their apples.
Anywho, hey, Cicada, what exactly? I don't get it.
She has unlimited apples. No.
I think you still have to pay for the chance to
I
dunk
mean,
him anyway.
if you want to use your own apples, you can, but you still have to pay the 5 silver for 5 throws.
Yeah.
We just provide the apples for throwing.
Who's gold?
El-
15 silver.
Elnath goes pale. So,
So, Charlotte, would you like to lend her that rapid fire device of yours?
Oh yes, I think this would be grand.
okay.
No.
So, 2 gold would mean you get
20 apples.
20?
20 apples. So, you can make 20 strength checks.
It's gonna be rapid
To save
fire. I'm
to
sure.
save on space, make 5 strength checks, but just use the advantage roll.
Actually, Jezebel's using the device, right?
Yes, but it's not an actual device. It's not something we have stats for.
But
Any-
true, but
Anyway,
Charlotte had advantage.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
it's just to save time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hi. And this is gonna be great.
Roll your strengths now.
Said 5, right?
Yeah, 5 just to save on time.
Doot, doot, doot.
Hit, that's a hit, that's a hit, that's a hit. And
So, out of your first 10 throws, you hit 5, 6, 7. No, wait. Yeah, out of your first 10 throws, you hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You hit 6 of them. And each time, Elnath has to climb his way back onto the seat, and he just looks absolutely livid.
also, he's soaked.
You get another.
Jezebel just
Go on.
Jezebel just looks with a smile, still holding up an apple, as she goes, "This is what happens when you get caught."
You still have 5. You still have another 10 more throws, so roll another 5 times.
Boy. That's a hit, that's a hit. That's a hit, that's a hit. And that's a hit.
Out of
You
your
know the
last,
one.
after your out of your last 10 shots, only 1 misses. And by this point, Elnath is so tired of this, he just gives a sigh and just slumps.
Ah. Jezebel just says, looking very content with herself, her tail like swaying behind her cat as she goes, "That was fun."
Now, Elnath, they let you out at the end of the day, do they not?
Yes.
Well, better get to work. Good luck. Everyone, let's go get some food.
You all wander
Cicada-
away, leaving a defeated Elnath. Go on.
Cicada
wanted
does
some
feel bad
churros.
for Elnath.
Silo, 1 sec. Cicada.
Cicada does feel really bad for Elnath, so she's gonna cast Prestidigitation just to dry him off.
He gives a weak smile and he says, I wish that would help, but no, it doesn't. It actually makes it worse.
Clara is going to also make a futile attempt to assist by giving him inspiration.
Okay. Now, what were you going to say, Silo?
I said I really am feeling for churros. I don't know what they are, but they sound really good.
Churros.
Churros.
So, you all head towards a tavern or something to get some food and talk with Jezebel.
So, what do these thieves guild friend of yours have for you?
Also, Jezebel, did you add the 100 gold?
Oh no, I did not. I took away 2. I
Yeah,
didn't see that.
Yeah, no, we got 100 each for completing the stuff in the forest.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
I remember, out of character, I did see what you sent me, Lala, but was I successful or not?
That's what you found out.
Okay, gotcha. Jezebel kind of sighs as she, despite having vented a little bit with Elneath and letting off some steam, she looks tired now as she says, I was trying to find some information and I did find something. Thing is, I have to go all the way to Lundruck.
Finlandrick.
Yeah, apparently
Where
there's
we
been
are
a
right now.
strange. Yes, so that's all I really got for now. Apparently, there's been a strange Aarakocra sighting in the town recently. So that's the only lead I have at the moment.
Aarakocra?
Mm-hmm.
Also, weren't your parents like coming to pay a visit at some point in time?
Yes.
Oh, does that mean we get to meet them?
We already met one of them.
Technically speaking, some of you have. She said that she glances to Ryu.
He did meet with us in front of the fracture back at the cave.
But we didn't know that he was your dad then.
There's a reason for that. I didn't want anybody to find out.
Well, like, Korax is just reading the room at this point. Hey, Jezebel, let's go see what Mercy has new. Just take your mind off stuff.
Yeah.
Jezebel
Alright,
she actually gives Korax a grateful glance, and then she smiles and she goes, "That sounds great. Might as well use my gold for something."
Big.
Yeah. I mean, also I got a sword and Ryu got some spiky armor that we could probably trade in for quite a bit of stuff.
All right.
Preferably something that isn't cursed.
So-
Yes, Not toast would be nice.
So, you all quietly head to a small area, just a little out of the way, and you use the key to open the door. And Mercy greets you. Welcome, welcome. How's my favorite customers? I see you saw my notice.
It was kind of loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure to turn it down a little bit next time.
It's a good thing we weren't trying to sneak at the time.
Yes, I do apologize. I wasn't aware it was going to be that loud. I will turn it down a little next time. Shall I show you our new stock?
Please do.
Sure.
He motions you all over to a new rack of items. One of the items is a short sword emblazoned with the symbol of an angel. This here is called a Dark Crusher. It gives you a strong attacks and it does radiant damage. It's great for dealing with the darkness that, can sometimes sneak up on you during the night.
Jezebel gives a grin.
And this item right here, and he motions you toward this odd-looking gun. This is what's called a modern rifle. And, well, I think you'll find it packs quite a punch. And that's our main new items in stock. But we are always getting in new stock, as you know.
I would like some enchanted inks because I have spell scrolls.
Of course, of course. He will, give you the price that they are.
Yeah, they're 50 gold pieces each, so it's gonna be
Level
100.
times 50.
Yeah, it's level.
Yeah.
It's the level times 50. The level. Isn't it? It's 50 GP. I'm sorry. My brain is going. Bleh.
Boy.
But yeah,
So yeah, there goes for 100 gold.
Right.
here's what they look like, by the way.
Ooh.
That's Dark Crusher, and this is the modern rifle.
That is, that's honestly no longer super useful for me. But enough about that. Like, yeah. There's one level 4 spell scroll in particular that I want, but yeah, that's a bit out of my price range right now. Well, let's actually start with let's start with this, and I pull out the blade of the Medusa. How much could I get for this?
Oh wow, a blade of the Medusa. That is a very, very powerful item, especially once the curse is removed.
And a very rare one, but honestly not suitable for me. I think Harlequin will serve me better.
I think I could probably give you about 1,000 for that.
Ooh, nice.
Is that it?
I think that's a fair price, don't you?
Sure, if you stop or if you stop at scroll stop.
What would you
Game
like
stop,
to
right?
suggest then? I am open to haggling.
And
At least for trade-in items.
We had to find a Medusa to get it.
Yes, I'm sure. Correct?
Well, let's see. Let's say a, 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 a thousand gold and a glamour studded leather enchantment on my armor.
So you want to add the glamored enchantment to your leather armor?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you have a deal.
A pleasure doing business with you, Mercy. And I hand him the blade of the Medusa.
I will also require the clothing so I can enchant it. It should be ready in a day.
Sure thing. Inga, do you have somewhere where I can just go ahead and take that off?
Oh yes, there's a changing room right over there. And
Alright.
yeah, you guys now have an extra 1,000 gold to split however you want.
Oh boy. Let me split that.
I should have asked for something we could split 6 ways. Shit.
Well, we still have the armor.
Yeah. So.
Clara is like drooling over the robe of stars and the pearl of power, and it's just like,
way out of our price range. Way out of our price range, Clara. And like,
I know.
Korax is, and like right now, Korax is just looking in particular at at the scroll section, particularly at the level 4 scrolls.
So is Jezebel, actually.
Yeah.
Well, we can split
Like,
the. We
Korax
can.
has something in particular in mind, but it is way out of our price range
Well,
right now.
we can think about how to split the money after you decide if you're going to be selling the scorpion armor as well.
What other magic items do we have that we don't really want? I'm going to have a look through.
It should be under treasure for most of them, except for the blade, except for the scorpion armor and the blade because they were new, so they weren't put into a category yet.
I'll
move them down.
Well, only our weapons are listed there. Only Frostbane and Harlequin are listed there.
Yeah, you haven't found many magic items.
Well, while everyone's doing that, Ryu hands Mercy the scorpion armor.
Oh, now this is quite a rare find.
We found it in the same place as the sword, as a matter of fact.
Yes. I would say it's not as rare as the blade, though, so how does 800 gold sound?
Ryu's eyes stray towards the Dusk Crusher.
Foxy wants a new toy.
I approve of this new toy.
It's limited. It's only around for a limited time. Once it's gone for good.
Could have sworn Dust Crusher is where hammers. Like, Korax just looks confused.
This isn't this. I can make it whatever I want.
At that point, why not just call it a Sunblade, though?
Because the name it was Dust Crusher, but regardless,
he needs a glowing blade anyway.
Well,
Korax was telling me I need to get a better sword.
Not sure we can afford that one.
I'll tell you what. You put in the scorpion armor and say, yeah, 800
put-
gold, and I will give you the Dark Russian.
For real?
With the armor and the 800 gold, I would say that's a fair trade.
Okay then. Deal.
Do you have 800 gold?
I mean, we just got 1,000.
So how much?
Clara,
How are you paying? Basically.
Clara will put her amount towards the glowy sword.
Okay. So 166 GP. So
Ow, ow.
that's
I did the
330.
math.
That's 332 there. Ryu, what else are you gonna use to pay?
How much did you say it was again?
800.
No, I mean how much was pitched in so far?
332.
Then I could have him give the remaining 470.
So you're gonna pay with your own pocket.
Well, how much can I got 121 silver and 534 gold.
Well,
You can afford that,
534 gold would cover the 468 gold.
Man, I feel poor.
Sure, I can pay in the 468 you said?
Yep, so you'll have 66 gold left.
Alright then.
He will take the money and he will pass you the sword. But it's actually not the... Yeah, he'll pass you the sword and then he'll say, "A pleasure doing business with you. It's all yours."
Thank you very much.
You now own a Dusk Crusher. A Dark Crusher, I mean. And I will move that to weapons. And you also got some Glamored studded leather armor, so I'll add that to there as well.
Okay, we still have like 4 gold pieces remaining. How are we gonna split that?
You did the math, you get it. That's how we've always done it.
Okay.
Yeah, like, well,
So, are there any other items that interest you?
Jezebel's looking at the feather tokens.
Oh, yes. I can see you have your eye on a very particular item.
Yes, what exactly do these do?
These items have different effects depending on what feather you use, but they are one use. And if you click where it says, okay, so that's not going to work. In that case,
Yeah, that's why I asked.
if you click on the eye and then search feather, it should show up. Feather token. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, items, feather token. Let me see.
So this is one of the tokens that you can get, but there's a few. Like there's anchor, bird, fan. You can see them all there.
Oh, okay. I can see. Oh, so it does move in it? Alright. Sorry, I got some reading to do.
Go for it. In the meantime, everyone else, you're free to browse. They're all yours.
you gave us, and we now have access to a 6th level spell at level 6. I hope you know what you're doing, Lala.
Well, I am currently looking at the gloves of swimming and climbing.
Well, you guys are free to look and make a decision on your own.
I mean, I can fly, but I can only use so many spell slots.
What about you, Neku? Is there anything you're interested in?
No,
You sure?
I only got like 300 gold. I'm not willing to buy anything.
Are you sure you only have 300?
Yeah, I had 99 when the session started. I never had much to begin with. You can give me any extra gold when I started making the character.
Oh, that's odd. I should have given you some extra gold. You sure
No,
I
you
didn't?
said you start out. You said start out with 5 gold, and that's what I started out with.
Yeah, yeah, that's my bad. You should have started off with at least a little bit of gold. You know what? I'll give you 200. How does that sound?
Oh, okay.
I'll put you up 200, cause that sounds reasonable for your level.
Yeah. Okay. I will like the list again. I'm sorry, I closed it out.
No problem. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that athletics +5 to athletics checks.
Do remember the feathers are one-time use.
Okay, I'm just looking at the gloves of swimming and climbing.
Well, only you can make the decisions here. So take your time.
Yeah, it's 50 gold. I can get that.
Alright, it's all yours.
Alright, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for the service.
Next time I get a very rare right? Item, I am exchanging that for a 4th level spell scroll.
I do have another question, real quickly.
Go for it.
I am really bad at this, so I apologize if I sound stupid. If I were to ask about getting a scroll for scrying, would I be able to ask for that?
A scroll for scrying. Do be aware that scrolls are one-time uses.
Yes.
Very well, very well. Let me see. A scroll of scrying is 5th level, which would mean did I really miss 5th level on the
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah, with your, I think on your math it would be 50. It would be 15,000.
Let me just quickly double check. So it's a 5 times 50 plus 50. Wait, it's level 4, so no, that it would be 5 times 3 times 1,000. So yeah.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind for later then.
Let me write that down now. Yeah, scrolls are expensive.
Trying to figure out if I want one of the feather tokens, or I mean, technically I could get maybe a few of the feather tokens, or I want those gloves.
Want to do the monk thing, huh?
Kinda. But it's the fact that if I can't get close to something, if someone attacks me from a distance, then I can at least somewhat protect myself, so I'm not as easy of a target. Because I'm not exactly built as a tank like everyone else is.
Oh, I'm flattered you think I'm a tank.
Only because it would also be nice to have the bird in case we have to. Well, it's not exactly a big mode of transportation, but it would be a good way to get away from something.
Yeah. Let's just say there's a reason I'm looking at the 4th level spells.
Cora's gonna go. Oh,
Thinking if I
go
could
ahead.
do something a little bit early.
Clara's gonna go out to the counter and she says, "Well, I'm not going to. I don't have the gold for it anyway, but I'm just curious." And then she puts her guitar on the counter. What could you do to magic this?
Well, any of the enchantments you see on here, I can easily apply to your instrument there.
Healing,
Damn
dry cure, charming.
There's a few
Like-
other enchantments lower down as well.
Sharpness. Jeez.
And a guitar of sharpness.
Oh my god. That's way too expensive. I mean, you could make it healing.
True.
If you have any requests for enchantments, I can definitely look into finding some, into procuring some more.
Cora thinks for a moment. And she's like, I know this is probably too much to ask, and it's probably not going to happen, but I heard there's these instruments of the bard things.
Yeah, no, I know what those are, and no, you're not going to find that in the shop.
Yes,
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry. The last instrument that I saw was unfortunately wielded by a hero and lost when. Well, it's been 100 years. You know, things get lost.
You don't find those things in shops, Explorer. You find them in museums.
Okay.
We're not breaking into a museum, Flora.
Was not thinking of breaking into a museum.
I feel like you were.
Okay. Ooh, I can't decide. I hate deciding.
It's not easy having yourself.
There are two things I truly want now from this shop, and they will both and taken together they'll set me back 14,500 gold.
For now, I think I'm gonna get the bird feather token. You never know. Quick getaway.
The bird feather token? Alright.
Yes.
So the feather token, the bird is 100 GP.
Yep.
Alright, it's all yours.
All right. Got the bird feather token. I'll put that in here. I'm still debating if I want that. Because now I'm looking at the striking enchantment. That could definitely do some. Is it worth it though? I guess that's the question. Oh, let me just add this real quick.
Do you sell any mundane armor? Or is it just magic weapons and items?
Well, I can get armor made. In fact, I even offer to create certain weapons out of materials such as adamant and mithril, so I can make armor here. However, the cost is a lot more expensive if you don't provide the materials naturally.
I'm just looking to make or have a breastplate.
A breastplate, you say? Are you familiar with the average price?
Yes, it's roughly, I believe, 400 gold.
You are correct. So, I can make that for you for 400 gold, or if you want to make it yourself, I can do it for about 350.
I'll do the 350 if you include a membership for you.
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain. Alright, deal. Here's your key to open up a little area at any point.
Alrighty. And I'll hand over the 350 gold.
Alright?
I'm gonna spend time now trying to make the armor.
Alrighty. That'll probably take you, I'd say, You've not made this sort of armor before, so I'd say 2 days.
Okay.
So just be aware of that.
Okay.
Anyone else got any purchases they'd like to make?
And now with the money I have available.
I do have a question. I guess I'll go ahead and take out Frostbane, the sword I have. Actually, maybe not. I'm not gonna sell it for one. I'm not doing that. I was wondering if there was a way to make it better. I guess, but I don't know how to do that.
I see. You wish to further enchant your weapon.
Yes, but I'm not too sure I can afford that yet. But I am thinking about doing the striking enchantment on it.
You wish to add the striking enchantment.
I
can
think that's
say-
the direction I'm going for now.
You can see Mercy is seriously considering this. We don't get many requests to add additional enchantments. It's quite a tricky process, I'm sure you understand. As most gear and weapons can only really take one enchantment before, well, they shatter. Still, we have been developing techniques for it, though the process is not guaranteed at the moment.
Alright, just thought I asked, but I do also have, and I pull out a dagger and a rapier as well. You think it'd be easier on one of these?
It would. The main thing is, if we were to enchant this again, there is the risk it would shatter during the process. And, of course, we will need a little extra fee just to cover the enchantment process, as it is quite challenging and it will take us 2 days to enchant it fully. So I could add the striking enchantment, or attempt to at least, for 300 gold.
I have the gold. Is it worth it?
You can either put it on an unenchanted weapon or on your currently enchanted. Do be aware that there is a risk.
I know. I will wait. I'm still not all sure yet, but I do know what I think I want to do. I know technically, Charlotte technically has a key now, but I think I do want to buy the membership.
Of course! It's all yours. Here's your key, and wonderful doing business with you.
What shape is it?
The keys are in the shape of, little cards with like little smiling foxes on them. Just, Mercy's loyalty card. Do not lose.
And I think I'm gonna get the
Actually,
5 potion of healing too.
I'm sorry. I completely forgot because it's been so long. It's 1-dimensional key limited per group, so you still only have the 1 key. But you do get the loyalty card.
I'll take it because I can get some discounts for later. Because there is things I want to buy later. It's just I'm being careful with the money.
Yep.
Alrighty, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the 5 potion of healing just in case.
Got it. It's all yours.
How much is that loyalty card?
50 gold
50.
to sign up, and all future visits get a 10% discount.
Done.
Alright?
Alright, so the inks that I bought, as well as the gloves of swimming and climbing, they're at 10%?
Yeah, so you subtract 10% from that.
Okay, so it was... Let me do math.
It's fairly
Ooh.
simple. Let me get the amount up. It was 50 GP. So what you do is you roll 50 divided by 100, and then you times it by 90. So it would cost you 45%. 45 gold, I
45.
mean.
Yeah.
have
What
another
was the
question.
Yes.
Jezebel suddenly remembers something as she takes out the vial of the purple worm poison she still has.
Mm-hmm.
And then she holds it up. She goes, I actually have a question for you. Is there a way, like, say, I don't know, you'd be able to make me something with this to maybe help, like, say, put poison on, like, my daggers or my crossbows, so to speak?
He looks it over and gives a brief bit of a smile, and he says, "Oh, well, with this amount of poison, you could probably coat, say, 10 arrows, 10 bolts."
I honestly think it would be better to just sell the poison for money.
How much would one of these cost? Last time when I had it
It would honestly cost you nothing. You could do it right now. All you'd need to do is dip your arrow in it before a fight or close to a fight, and then you've got the arrow. Of course, do be aware that this poison... No, it should be fine, yeah. It should last about a day while on your arrow.
Jezebel looks thoughtful, and then she's over to Craig. She goes, technically, the buyer no longer wishes to buy it, even though they did say they were going to get it for 1,000 gold. I will keep this for now, just in case I need it. And if not, I'll probably sell it later.
Very well.
Alright, I'm good.
Carlos starts walking out after making their purchases.
Alright,
I'm good.
anyone else got any purchases?
Clara looks her out. She's like, why not? And then she hands over 50 gold pieces for the membership card.
Alright, you now have a happy little foxy on a cart. Anything else anyone wants to get?
Everything that I wanted. So,
Alright. Then with that, you will quietly leave Mercy's store. He gives a bright smile. Do come back soon. Ta-ta! And you will finish.
Jezebel stretches as she goes, nothing like shopping.
shopping.
I figured.
Isabel, got a moment?
Jezebel looks curious. She goes, sure.
Why don't you follow me for a bit?
Jezebel kind of glances at everybody and just gives a shrug and then just casually starts to follow Hare with a smile.
Okay, I guess while they're gone, I'm gonna copy these spells into my spellbook.
Okay. Cora is admiring the sword with Ryu.
Charlotte walks down the street for a bit. They suddenly turn to look at Jezebel afterwards and makes a small smile. Well, I was debating on doing this, but I figured I kind of want to see you succeed in your revenge.
Oh?
So, thought I'd give you something to help you out a little bit. Not sure you might use it, or you can give it off to someone else. It doesn't matter too much to me. And Charlotte hands you a pair of boots.
Boots?
I made these recently.
Oh, boots. Interesting.
Not ordinary boots, by the way. These boots let you teleport back where you were at.
Jezebel looks surprised. She goes, really?
Are there tracer boots?
They're tracer boots.
Tracer boots. You made these?
I did. I have an active magic items myself.
Jezebel actually does look a little surprised as she looks them over. She goes, "And you really want to give me these? These are valuable, I hope you know."
I could use them very well. I always say in range. This is designed for someone who goes either close combat or between both. I figured it'd be best for you.
Jezebel actually does look a little taken back and almost like hesitant to like accept them. But she can't deny like these would be really handy. And she kind of shakes her head. She goes, "I'm not saying that I'm going to rain on your kindness, dear, but this is unexpected, I'll admit."
Relax. As long as I'm still alive, the magic will still work. So, keep it as you will.
For a split second, Jezebel does look a little suspicious. She kind of forced a habit. And she goes, "You really want me to succeed in my revenge. Why?"
Because I have my own revenge. And I can relate.
Does it have anything to do with Boss?
It does. But that's my tale. This is yours.
Jezebel still looks curious. She has a lot of questions for a lot of people in this group. Because don't think you're getting out of this, Corax. She still has questions for you. Just letting you know.
Korax is on his way to the university library because he's got some reading to do.
But she thinks it over, and then she gives a bit of a smile, a thankful smile to Charlotte. And then right there on the street or wherever it is they're at, she'll take a seat, take her shoes off, and put the new boots on.
I will link you exactly what they do.
She kind of stands up, give them a bit of like a tap from her toe to the heel to make sure that they're on there pretty well. And then she puts a hand on her hip, and then she looks to Charlotte with a big old grin. She goes, "Oh, thank you, dear. I'll make sure to repay you back."
Well, I look forward to the day then.
She gives a nod, and then she says, I make sure to repay my debts back, dear. You can count on it. So, say you need a little thief to help you out with your revenge. You know who to call."
Suppose I'll be good allies then.
Jezebel gives a satisfied nod. And then she motions, she goes, "Should we go back?"
But yes, that's all I wanted. I didn't know if you wanted to keep that information to yourself or not. But you got some new boots now. That's all that matters. Charlotte nods and motions you to lead her back. I'm a little bit lost in the city, to be honest.
Jezebel snickers a bit. She goes, "Well, good thing you're with the thief then. Let's go."
And they would head back, I'm assuming.
Halfway through, she can't help but just give a teasy first. She goes, "Do you want me to hold your hand?"
Oh, shut up. Charlotte looks away, annoyed.
Oh, you're so cute when you pout.
Everybody says that about me. It makes me mad.
Ow.
All right. Anyone else got anything they want to do?
Yeah, Korax is at the Korax is headed over to the Academy Library where he's going to do a bit of research. Just Jezebel, it will occur to you that if you want to get Korax on his own, that would probably be a good time and place.
Ooh, tempting.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to be looking up this feathered serpent that showed up in those visions.
All right. After some
Right.
asking around and research, you do eventually find a book detailing what the feathered serpent is.
So
And
what's its deal?
you are able to read that the feathered serpent is a creature called a Quetzalcoatl. And they are ancient primordial beings of good. And they once used to help shape the world.
What? What?
Once used to help shape the
Remind me-
worlds.
Yeah, right.
I think that's the law for them. Let me get it up.
Yeah, like that's about it. Okay, then why would? Yeah, like out of character, I know what their deal is these days. It is because I helped write that. But what? But remind me, what was the circumstances where the vision showed up?
It was shortly after after Cicada gave the third piece of the shard, and Birdie did
I
his thing.
tried it. Yeah, and I tried
Yeah.
to. I tried to explain it to you as best I could.
Yeah. Why would?
I'm sorry, they're celestials, not primordials.
Yeah.
It's been a bit since I've looked up their lore.
The only few celestial animals.
Yeah. Like. Right. Why would? Now what? Now why would a division of one show up then? Like, Korax is just musing a bit. It's like wondering at this point. Now, as long as he's here, I'm also gonna look up Ribbane.
Rimbane,
Sorry, go ahead.
did you have something to say?
No, it's okay.
Rimbane was the name of the sword that was said to be able to cleave through reality. It was the item of a legendary hero, roughly 400, 500 years ago.
The hero who, and the hero who wielded it, was he associated with any place in particular?
Not overly. He was just your average adventurer, wandering around the world, doing jobs, accidentally saving the world.
That doesn't tell me much about where he might be now.
Like, all they have on him is very, very fragmented laws and myths.
Okay, real quickly, while Corax is looking at this, Jezebel does ask where Corax is, and then Cicada said at library. Jezebel blinks when she hears this, and then gives a smirk. And then she goes over, past Cicada's head, she goes, "Don't work too hard, dear." And then it's gonna head over to where the library's at.
Jezebel, you are suddenly surrounded by nerds.
I know. The horror.
Ballers.
Yeah, nerds and bureaucrats, and you don't know which is worse.
No, really, I don't. Cause ugh.
Because this is the seat of the city's government as well as the university.
Well, even if it looks like Jezebel doesn't belong here, she still walks in to try to look for you. Oh no, I have an idea. Do I want to do that? Oh dear. You know what
Should
the
I
hell?
be afraid?
I'm gonna go to one of the nearest nerds I can find, and I'm going to lean very close when I go. Excuse me, dear. Can I ask you a question?
DM, I think this is on you.
I thought she was asking Korak, sorry.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't found him yet. I'm going to
Yeah,
ask
no.
somebody in a very sultry way if they know where they can direct me to where I can find Korax.
Sorry. You find a grizzled old man with a head of white, grayish hair and a very annoyed expression. Yes, what do you want?
Fine. I put my hands behind my back and I just my honestly, I'm looking for my friend. He said he was going to be here.
It's over there. Now, if that's all, I gotta get back to my work. And he's already gone back to his work and is currently ignoring you.
He's sitting in a chair.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to keep walking. Not to an old man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I'm not that mean.
I told
If
her she was
only you
around
were
my age
me.
and she was expecting some kid with glasses.
Well, you find Korax.
Korax! I yell.
This is a library.
So, I have some questions for you.
What? What? And I have some questions for these books, but I don't seem to be making any progress.
Well, luckily, too bad for you, books can't quite talk, but you can, right?
What is this about?
Oh, nothing too much. I'm just very, very curious about that life that we had happen before. And the fact that you were bald.
I thought I told you I didn't know what that was, he says like a lying liar who lied. So like, you don't even need to roll. Like, you already know he's lying about that.
Jezebel puts her hands behind her back and then leans a little closer to her. She knows this won't affect him, but she still smirks at him. She goes, "You need to lie a little more better, dear. Can't lie to a liar."
So it would seem.
Come on, Korax. We've been around each other for quite a bit. You do know that I can tell sometimes when somebody is lying.
I know, but this. Let me preface it. Alright, let me preface this. If this is the kind of secret that could ruin my life forever if it became public knowledge. Understand?
You make it sound like as if I don't already know this. Do you remember who my father is?
Right. Do you know what wild magic is?
She blinks for a second. She goes, "Oh, actually, yes."
Do you know how my people view it?
She somewhat frowns. She goes, "Always depends on where you came from, I believe."
Elves, the Dominion.
Ooh, I think I'm starting to get an idea.
And if people found out, my family would have to seriously consider disowning me for the good of the family name. It's a curse. It would basically make me a social pariah if it became public knowledge.
She looks thoughtful with her eyes closed. She goes, "I suppose I can see that. No offense to your society, but it wouldn't surprise me really if they would do that to you."
Magic that can't be controlled is a danger to everyone. And it is a
Indeed.
danger, make no mistake. He looks around. I exploded my babysitter when I was 10 years old.
She covers her mouth trying.
My family paid her a lot of money for her resurrection, for her therapy, and for her silence.
Jezebel's really trying hard to hold her laughter in as she has both hands over her mouth.
It's really not funny, Jezebel.
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to.
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to keep it down, to keep it suppressed for more than a century, and now Now it's leaking out.
She takes a small, calming breath to calm down her laughter, and she goes, I apologize. I did not mean to offend or anything. I know this is probably something that isn't the best situation for you. But then, you said you were trying to find your sister, correct?
Well, I was, but funny story that she made her way to this city, and she's apparently been doing decently well for herself, but she's not in the city right now. I don't know where she is.
All right then. So since you know she is okay, does she too have the same magic?
I don't know. Oh, she doesn't know I have it. My parents and I, and that one poor babysitter were the only ones who ever knew her. Oh.
You never told your sister?
I never told either of my sisters or my brother. No one is supposed to know, especially not my brother. Everyone in the family knows he'd blab.
Ugh. The high expectation of elves. Oh, goodness. No offense. But then again, I come from a family where imperfection is not really a big issue. After all, you know who my father is. He was at first a human. Well, I don't want to talk about him anyway, but yeah.
This isn't a that's true, but this really isn't a matter of perfection in Jezebel. It's a matter of not being a danger to everyone around me.
And I understand that. I do. So far, though, you haven't been much of a danger to us, have you?
You haven't seen what wild magic can do unchecked.
Perhaps, but I'm talking about currently. Have you done anything with your magic to put us in danger? Besides, of course, making yourself bald.
Other than, of course, that.
She just gives him an actual, like, honest smile.
He actually, gives kind of a small smile at that one.
She smiles back, and then she reaches up and just lightly pats his cheek. Just pat, pat. She goes, you see? Now I understand you're concerned for the future. I understand. And I do see your point. But currently, you're with us. If you feel you are in danger and need to leave, we would understand. But at the moment, nothing has happened yet, right? Well, so stop worrying.
Again, yes it did. When I was a child. To my babysitter, who exploded.
And that was the past. I'm talking about the present, Corax. Perhaps it's just me being optimistic. She gives a shrug with her hands up in the air. But all I'm saying is right now, you have not done anything currently to any of us, or me, to put us in danger yet. So, whether you see it as progress, whether you see it as luck, all I see is that you've at least managed so far. So what are you worried about?
And whoever's scrying on Ryu, if it's those two maniac hunters, then, well, they might just spread the word out of spite.
Which is why I'm talking to you here. After all, I am one of the two that can keep a secret.
And I am grateful for that. I'd much rather you know than Clara, I know that.
Fair. But from one liar to another, you might want to tell the others anyway pretty soon. As you just saw with me, secrets do tend to build up and not to, bring about karma or bad luck, explode in your face after a while.
Okay, but you I don't know.
All I'm saying is, for now, I will keep your secret, just as how you have kept mine, to show my appreciation. But I mean, I took a risk telling you all my secret. So when you're ready to take that risk as well, I will be here for you.
And I appreciate that. Now you want to help me read books to find out where this goddamn sword is?
Oh gods, no! Bye. She walks out.
Fair enough.
Alright, Corax, that would be an investigation.
Right. So
And as for the response,
now you guys have some idea of what my level, and I took a level in.
I kind of figured.
so I will let you know what you find, Corax. But with that roll, you don't find much of anything. You have some hints and vague ideas, but nothing concrete. And I will explain what you discovered after the session, cause it's getting close to time, so it's time to ask the question. And we'll start with Charlotte and Takeda, so you guys can finish that up. Oh, you just finished.
Yeah. We just
What?
How dare you? How dare you
Yeah.
finish? Anyway, does anyone have anything else they want to do before we wrap this session up?
pretty good.
Ryu would be heading out to check on Elnath.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay, maybe someone should go check on Elnie.
Oh right.
Nah.
You two?
Nah.
Nah.
Who was Elnath? Joking, of course.
Nah. I mean, once
We could
Cicada
do
is dead,
that.
she would. Once
Yeah, we
Cicada is
could do
done
that.
talking spells.
Or we could go get lunch instead.
I do
So,
like lunch. Lunch sounds pretty good.
can I speak, guys?
Yeah.
So, Ryu, you head over to check on Elnath, and you find him still in the tub. Though after asking, you do discover that he will be let out in about an hour, and then he's free from community service. He's also
I
very sunburnt, red as a tomato.
Oh, they didn't give him sunscreen?
I mean, the water washed it off.
Oh. They didn't put more on him?
Flora used prestidigitation.
Damn it, Cora.
It wasn't me.
It was Cicada.
It was
Damn
Cicada.
it, Cicada.
They've had you out in the sun without protection this whole time?
This game is apparently very popular. Ow.
I'm just leaving a note for me for myself next session, so I don't forget.
You'll be lucky if this doesn't leave you with a permanent tan.
Well, there's only got an hour left. At least I've got plenty of water to drink.
I hope it was fresh.
It was not.
Oh good. Oh gods. I'm gonna have to take you back to the inn once you're done.
The hour, thankfully, passes. And Elnath slowly winces his way out of the tub, out of the dunk tank, and follows Ryu back to the inn.
He goes up to the he goes up to the desk and asks, "Could I get some fresh water for my grandfather, please?"
They just say, sure. And they hand you the water.
He takes it to Elnath.
Elnath drowns it, and then he says, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to... Oh, thank you, Clara. Thank you. Yeah, here's a...
Actually, I was thinking Chlora's with Cicada, and she doesn't know about this yet.
I am going to just sleep, I think. And he just slowly begins to head up to a room.
Does sunburn count as a disease?
Eh?
Uh-uh.
For purposes of being cured by lay on hands, I mean.
So, is there any...
Korax is just gonna go up to his room and try it.
Okay. Well...
Clara would have done it if she had known about it.
Well, regardless, you managed to heal his sunburn, but even then, Elnath is just too exhausted to even speak back at this point. He just gives a brief...
That's fine, I just spared him days of pain.
Yeah. Alright. Is there anything
least
anyone else... Go on.
At least he'll get some sleep tonight. Thanks for that, Corax.
So, is there anything anyone else wants to do before we wrap this session up?
Nah.
Alright. Then with that,
Meh.
we will end it here. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.